Good afternoon, friends, followers, channel members. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to the home of Easyjet, Luton, here in the UK. It's called London Luton, the airport, but that's a lie. It's nowhere near London. They just say that to attract people to it. But can you believe that I can't recall a time where we've actually flown from the home of Easyjet, Luton Airport, live on stream, and this being the channel that it is? That does sound somewhat ridiculous, doesn't it? So I thought we would put that right today. We are, of course, here in Luton, and in case you couldn't tell by the wonderfully quirky Italian music, we're off to Italy. We're down to Pisa. It's another airport that I've not been to for a long time, not one I'm too familiar with either. So both of these airports are something I'm just going to have to pay particular attention to as we go. So yeah, welcome on board, guys. Hey, Think Moisty says he's off to bed. Thought he'd say good day anyway. No problem, mate. I guess it's quite late for you. Hey, Leon. Hey, Chris. Hey, J. Hog. Lazarus. Hello. KW Airlines. Good afternoon. Swiss Pilot. Good morning. Or good afternoon, rather. Elliot, yeah, bad timing for you. It's a slightly later start, isn't it? So off you go. Go on, off, run to work, and enjoy your show, mate. Hey, Lemon, good to see you, Lemon Wolf. Ryan E, good afternoon. Liana, you wonder how I can sometimes have no kids. Am I renting that? If I could rent my kids out, believe me, I would. I don't think I get paid very much for them, though. Good afternoon, Barry. Good to see you. Hope you are. Hope you're doing well. Klaus Hansen, hello, Klaus. Thank you for being here, and on Twitch as well. Hey guys, thank you for coming and watching. Hi, Lemon. The mess I wasn't in a mess yesterday. My daughter was. So yeah, nothing to do with me. Anyway, guys, hope you are all well. Really looking forward to this flight. It's going to keep you company for the next 2 or 3 hours. Flight time's around 2 hours, so yeah, probably about a nice 3-hour stream for you this afternoon. I hope you're well. I think we've also got some air traffic control as well knocking about, so that's great too. I'll just get myself sorted here. Check the checklist is in the flight deck. There it is. Well, go and get on board and get our yeah, see if we can get ourselves all sorted. Let me just check. I think the tablet's up and working. I'll check that out in a moment. But yeah, let's get on board. Let's get the ATIS, and we'll get ourselves underway. Oh, just realised the banners showing the colours of United. Let me just change that 1 second. We're back in the orange today, of course. So there we go. That should be updated. Demi, thank you for the follow on Twitch. Hope you're doing well. Alright, we're going to start getting passengers aboard. It's a lovely day here in the UK today. It's warm. It's the kind of day where if you are stuck in an office working somewhere, you kind of wish you weren't. So we're going to start getting everyone boarded. I'll check through the flight plan. I've not seen the weather. It could be awful weather in Pisa. I've not actually seen it, so God knows what we're going to be waiting for when we get there. But other than that, yeah, it should just be a nice, pleasant flight. Just checking VPilot is all up and running, which it appears to be, so that's good. Right, let's check out the ATIS, which is 125.7. Let's grab my pen and we'll get that sorted. Say, I don't think I've flown from Luton before, so this is all new to me, unbelievably. 120575. Have we got voice ATIS then?
Control on 120.025. When 090 at 10. When variable between 060 and 120. Visibility 10 kilometers or more. Ceiling 2,800 broken. Temperature 2.6. Altimeter 1025. Acknowledge receipt of information Delta and advise aircraft type on first contact. Advise on initial contact. You have information. Delta.
Okay, nice. Got that. That's all sorted. Scribbled that down. So those winds, also confirming the departure is going to be runway 07. Good stuff. Let me have a look at the operational flight plan then. Do you know what, the passengers, I don't know Luton Airport at all. We're just parked miles away from the main terminal. But you know what? This is where the actual real aircraft for this flight parked, because this is a real world flight. This is where they actually parked. I think it was this morning the aircraft, this flight took place. So the passengers have got a long way to come. So let's tell the cabin crew they better get started, because it's going to take a while. Right, operational flight plan. Why are we not casting? Okay, I'll have to do it the old-fashioned way till I can get that sorted. Whilst I'm waiting for that, let's just let's go through. We're in our turnaround stage. So obviously APU is currently off, packs are off, fuel pumps are off, nav lights are on, that's fine. Acupressure is good, thrust levers, engine, starters, mode selector, that's all good. Parking brake is set. Spoilers and flaps.
Passengers bus is coming.
I'll set the QNH, which is according to the 81025. So that's high pressure, isn't it? It's quite nice. And skid is off. Check the guard frequency is there. 121.5. VHF2, need to make sure we're monitoring that. Just confirmation of the flight time, there's 1 hour 39 minutes. Switching panel is fine. Everything down there, gravity gear extension, all fine. Excellent. Just come up to the FCU. 1025. That looks like our luggage just now, somehow hovering on top of the barbed wire fence. That only started happening, didn't it, after a certain sim update. I forget which one it was that that brought that in, but that's annoying, but never mind. 1025 constraints on initial climb is going to be 5,000 feet, I think, here in Luton. We'll check that on the chart a little bit later on. Hey, Simon Gogi, good afternoon to you. Hope you're well. So, Pilot, the air traffic control isn't a mod. No, it's VATSIM air traffic control. So it's live air traffic controllers that we're speaking to today, as it usually is on our live streams. All right, so let me see. 11.5 tons, roams the alternate, costing X4, etc. Tropopause is very high, and a tailwind of 27 pushing us down. Excellent. Takeoff weight is around 62.5 tons by the time we've thrown on some extra fuel. Departing runway 07, expecting 04 right in Pisa. Plug fuel is about 7 tons. Okay, well, our trip today obviously means we will be going across the Alps, so just check the grid Moras there. So that's when we enter Swiss flight information region. So that's going to be about 50 minutes into our flight. So once we're about 50 minutes into the flight for 20 minutes or so, just need to obviously pay a bit of attention in case anything happens to pressurization. Also, a little bit high there as well at Berok, just looking at that. So, it's something to bear in mind when we're going to cross the Alps. Oh, flight planner. Sack the flight planner. There's only one alternate in there. However, all the weather looks fantastic, doesn't it? All the nines. Rome's got a visibility of 3 kilometers, but that's Cat 1 still. Okay, let's check the weather brief. Pisa at the moment 100 at 10 knots. Cab okay. Few clouds, 22 degrees, and what's the forecast? 080. So yeah, okay. So it could be wind could be getting up to about 15 knots. Might feel that. There is, looking at that, a chance of the winds getting up to gusting 25. Oh, actually no, that's a little bit later on. Sorry, no, it's not. That's within the next couple of hours. So okay, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll keep an eye on it. Flight route then. There we go. That's our flight route. And just having a look. We're in. In fact, we've got good weather today. Looking at that. There's the jet stream, the top right hand corner, giving us the tailwind, and looks like we've got no significant weather to worry about either. Fantastic. Alright, so with that then, we've got plug fuel of 7. Let's go 7.4, just a little bit in case those winds come up and messes around a bit. So 7.4 tons of fuel should be Should be fine. Ryan E. celebrating 15 months of channel membership. Ryan, thank you so much, mate, for your support during that time. Another month down. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Ryan, and thank you for being here. Captain level membership as well. So really do appreciate that. So thank you so much for that, Ryan. Okay, so that's done. We'll get rid of that, and we'll start setting up. Now, can we get pre-departure clearance here at Luton? I don't know if they do. Oh, actually, I don't know if ADC has just gone offline. Actually, so that's London Control. I don't know if they are. The problem is London Control, depending on whether the bandbox in it, is a huge area. I'm not sure if they are covering us today. I will check out that and we'll give them a call a little bit later on, just in case. Alright, let's start setting up the box. So, IRS, check that. IRS got 3 now green. Yeah, Essex isn't on mic, but London Control is, and obviously they're higher up than Essex, so they might be controlling us depending on who they're covering today. That's fine, that's fine. Let's do our init request. Barry says, been to Luton once for a football game, didn't like it. The away stands are only accessible through someone's garden. Never been to Luton Football Club, but fair enough, Barry, I'll take your word for it. Walshy 009, I'm very well, thanks, mate. Hope you are well. Okay, so got a nice call sign today. I reckon they save all the best call signs for Luton pilots. So it is easy 58 November Delta. So it just rolls off the tongue, that one. Cost index of 4. And it's 12 degrees. That tropopause is 40825. Yeah, so that's the highest I've seen the tropopause for a while as well. Get the wind request. And IRS in it 66222. Fine. El Chocolate, London going offline as well. No worries. We'll stick to Unicom then. So cruise flight level is 390. Ooh, high level cruise today. Temperatures minus 64. William Button. Good afternoon, William. How you doing, mate? Welcome on board. Come get yourself sat in comfortably for a nice flight down to Pisa, for anyone who's fancying Italian for their dinner this evening. So we're departing runway 07, Detling 7 Charlie departure. Get that in, and then our arrival into Pisa is going to be the runway 04 right, Berrock 1 Romeo. 04 right Zulu. In fact, if we're going to stick with this, 04 right Yankee has the better approach, so we'll use that unless told otherwise. And it's Berrock 1 Romeo, and only the Pisa via in there. This is for a full procedure as well, so we might not need to do that. But we've got 700 miles in the box, 693 on the flight plan, so that looks good to me. We can check it out en route as well, can't we? So we've got the Luton NDB just there, and then we've got Bookham's Park. BK, try that again. BK, just there. Awesome, that's done. Alright, in it B, have we got a preliminary flight plan or a preliminary load sheet? Let's check that out. Hey Kevin, good to see you. So what we got? We've got 0 at 55.6, and 28.8 for the CFG. Alternate fuel into Rome is about 1.7 tons. So pop that in. Fuel planning. It wants 7.9. We're not taking that much. We're only taking 7.4. So we're about 500 kilograms down on what it thinks, but I'm not concerned about that. We've got loads in for the alternate, and to be honest, it'll work itself out because of the way the fuel burn works in the Phoenix at the moment. Killgod Origin, hello on Twitch. Hope you're well. So let me have a look at the takeoff weight, 62.8. And our takeoff CFG is planned to be 27. David, have we ever flown into South? I think we've flown into Southend, or we might have flown out of Southend. We've done one or the other, David. I don't think we've done both. Swiss pilot, I do think EasyJet have some flights into Zurich. Yep. Doctor on board. Hopefully my daughter's getting better. Doctor on board. She is a bit tender today, but she's with her mom, so the cabin crew can look after her today. All right, that's all done. Let's have a look at the takeoff information then. Now, I don't know Luton, whether it's got any intersection departures available. Let's find out. How long's the runway? It was not that long actually, so if we can depart via Bravo 1 and not have to go all the way back, that would be nice. Is that an option in our tablet? Full length. Right, so we're going to have to go turn around. Okay, full length departure it is. Oh, I need to actually fill that out, don't I? So yeah, 07, dry, it's going to be config 1. Packs anti-ice not needed. Takeoff weight is 628, and then 27 bang on for the CFG of the winds, and full length. Hey Dwal, good to see you. Yeah, there's no one to request takeoff clearance from, sadly. Right, 131, 140, 140 is the per figures. 131. 140, 140, flaps 1, and flexing at 65, I think that is. Yeah, 65. Nice, okay, so that's all done. Let's get up SimSmart and check out the engine out procedures and such. So thrust direction acceleration values 1515 for all of them. That's fine. Transition altitude here at Luton 6,000 feet. That's fine as well. And the engine out is standard. So I expected that. There's not lots of terrain around around Luton. So we'll go and pop that in there. So it's straight out 2,100 feet, right turn to Brookham's Park VOR. So let's copy the active. Yeah, Sid. In fact, quickly just look at the chart for this. We're straight out towards Luton NDB, so I'll tell you what I'm going to do just to speed things up a little bit. Let's go LUT. So the Luton NDB tracking 074. Let's just add another 12 miles onto that. So that's our place bearing distance of 1, and then it's to Brookham's Park, which is in our SID anyway. So I'll just clear those out. And we're going to enter the hold then at Brookham's Park. Information for that: inbound 360 and right turns. And then we can either get back into Luton or even given where we are. Stansted is a possibility, depending on what's going on. So pop that in. Arrival ILS 07. No start. Not sure if Brookham's Park is a veer. No veer. Alright, let's check that. So, straight out, right turn, enter the hold, and then back in on ILS 07. Alright, engine out procedures in, done, happy. Okay, so I think it's time for the brief. So, weather here in Luton, we've got broken clouds 2,800 feet. Anti-ice isn't going to be required then because of that. Visibility is 10 kilometers or more. The winds are 090 at 10. So slight wind from the right, but it is varying 060, 120. So it could be anywhere, but the winds are nice and light. It's only 10 knots, so that's going to be fine. Weather en route, nothing on the charts, so expect a nice journey down. And the weather in Pisa when we get there, there's a slight chance of it being a little bit windy, but not out of limits. So again, no reason why we're not going to be able to get in. Aircraft type is A320, fully serviceable with the exception of the weather radar. That's the only thing in the tech log. No night times that are going to affect the departure today. Threats to be aware of, apart from unfamiliarity, I think is the big thing. Unbelievably, being an Easyjet based channel, I've never departed out of Luton. This is the first time we've done it, I think. So yeah, that's going to be my biggest issue, I guess. Hey Dark Fury, popping in whilst on the break. Hope you're well, Dark. Great to see you, even if it's only for a couple of minutes. Dr. No Name, hello mate, good to see you. Aviation Fun as well. Gary Dunn, I'm fine, my daughter's fine, thank you. I imagine we'll probably be ill in the next 2 or 3 days. You know what kids are like, spreading all their germs. So yeah, maybe that's a threat. I might throw up. Who knows? Okay, let's brief everything. So, starting with the taxi. We are parked in the back and beyond. We're at 23 left, so we will taxi out, and not actually sure if there is any sort of one-way system going on here in Luton. It's not one I would say I'm particularly familiar with. Taxi procedures, wide-bodied aircraft permitted to taxi in either direction via Bravo 8 guidance, wide-bodied either direction. Parking information, other information, that's the arrival. Departure information. Data link, startup, pushback. No, nothing there. Alternatives. Pushbacks with main apron, north, south apron stands facing east towards Alpha 5. Are we on the south stands? Facing east towards Alpha 5, was that? Surely not. South stands facing east towards Alpha 5, but that means that we're going to taxi out on Charlie and take up a lot of time on the runway. That can't be right. Did I read that right? Because we're at stand 23 left. Oh, west. I didn't read it all. Or west towards Alpha 6. Right, it's going to be west towards Alpha 6 then, isn't it? Yep, okay, that's fine. So we're going to taxi facing west. Then on Alpha, then we'll take Alpha, Bravo, and then hold at Bravo 1. And because we've only got full-length figures in the database, we're going to have to backtrack on 25 for runway 07 departure. Given all that unfamiliarity, I'm not going to bother with single engine taxi. We'll get both engines running, that'll be fine. And then the departure itself then is straight out towards the Luton NDB. Noise abatement to departure. First turn will be to the right. Transition altitude 6,000 feet. Our initial climb is 5,000 feet. No speed restrictions, so we'll just accelerate and speed up and retract flaps on schedule, that kind of thing. Quickly go through the box then for our brief. So flight plan just confirmation, that's what we've got in there. Delta 7 Charlie 07 departure Radnab. We've got Brookham's Park via Wild, Luton NDB. 390 is the planned cruise, Optimus 37, and that's actually above, so we're not going to be able to get up to 390 as we go. We're going to have to burn some fuel before we can get that, so we'll look to probably go 370 if ATC ask, or if not, we'll clear ourselves up there. Speeds then, just confirm these. We've got 131, 140, 140, cleans 211, flaps 1 for departure, and flex of 65, thrust reduction acceleration 1515. Looking to depart with a takeoff weight around 63 tons, and the secondary flight plan is the engine out procedure. So let's just quickly brief engine out procedure. If anything goes bang after V1, it's a standard engine out procedure, so we're going to go on heading straight out past Luton NDB, and then once we've secured the engine and we've climbed past 2,100 feet, right turn to the Brookham's Park VOR, get ourselves nice and safe. 3,000 feet will do a job nicely, that's above MSA, so that's the plan if anything goes bang. Right, let's get the APU on and get ready to get out of here. Welcome on board, everybody. If you are just if you're just joining us, I wish that was going to happen.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board our Easyjet service. Please place your large bags into the overhead locker, wheels first, and keep your small items under the seat in front of you. These include laptops, handbags, duty-free and loose items of clothing. Once you have safely stowed your cabin bag, please take your seat. To help us ensure a prompt departure, we would kindly ask that you keep the aisle clear, enabling all remaining customers to board. Your seatbelt can now be fastened ready for departure. This is a no smoking service. Thank you for observing this policy. Thank you.
So just waiting for the APU to fire itself up. Yeah, fair. So self-loading cargo is responsible for the announcements. Chris Cooks, are the weights for the passengers a standard thing or estimated? Each airline does their own thing regarding passenger weight. Passenger weight obviously usually also includes their handheld luggage as well, that kind of thing. I think it's about 83 kilograms. They, to be honest, airlines usually, or certainly the airline that we're sort of replicating here, they have different weights for males, females, and children, and you'll actually get a load sheet with all that information on from the dispatcher. Doesn't go into quite so much detail here in the sim, of course. So let's have a look. We've got APU available, fantastic. So fuel pumps on, external power can come off, seatbelt signs on. Just give that another minute before the APU bleed. Final load sheet looks like it's come through as well from dispatch. There it is. So I've got a takeoff weight 62.7. That's fine. And oh, wrong one. And takeoff weight is 29. Takeoff CG is 29.5. Right, that is over 2%. More than we planned. We planned 27, it's 29.5. I need to just go back and redo this then. So let's just have a look. Let's just see if this changes anything. 295. Oh. Right, recalculate. Right, has that changed anything? 131, 140, 140, flaps 1, and flex 65. Nothing has changed. That's fine. But because it was over 2%, we had to check it. Great stuff. cabin, and I would like to welcome you on board this Easyjet aircraft. We expect a good
Hello,
flight
Captain.
today.
We are ready for pushback.
No weather problems showing in front of us, so we should be pushing back within the next few minutes or so. For now, the ground crew have now finished loading the last of the baggage into the aircraft, so if you could get yourself seated and secured, then we can make sure we can depart on time. The cabin crew will shortly be providing their safety demonstration video, so it would be appreciated if you could give them your full attention.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Members, and if you wish to inquire about becoming a member, please contact a member of the cabin crew. All our Easyjet pilot members are of course entitled to free drinks throughout the flight. Thanks very much, and we'll give you an update once we're airborne. Right, so they're getting themselves all sorted. We'll flip over to Unicom 122.8.
Pisa traffic speedbird 128, takeoff runway 09 right, time now 18, Compton 54 departure, Heathrow.
Cabin crew, please land on cross-check. Okay, so copy preparation checklist, aircraft access has been completed. Fuel quantity is 7.4 tons and balanced. Seatbelt signs are on, it is. We've got 3.5 green and barrel F is QNH 1025. Set cross-checked and 520 feet. Luton traffic easy 58 November Delta, pushing back from stand 23 left, facing west on Alpha. So got the beacon light on, transponders on, acupressure is good. Let's get ready to go. So before start, checklist. Parking brake is on, takeoff data is confirmed, windows are closed, EFB and phones are on flight mode. Doors closed and armed, beacon light is on. I've just updated GSX before we did this today, and it's nice to see them not yelling at me saying, come on, repeating the release parking brakes thing, because that wasn't very realistic. They wouldn't yell at you that much. So we're going tail right.
Heathrow traffic, speedbird 128, cleared up runway 09 right. Turning right, crosswind, taxi direct to Compton. Past Pisa, Heathrow.
Boss Q, it's all this channel's fault. You have the Phoenix Navigraph. I should be a rep or an ambassador. I wish I got commission.
Release parking brakes, please.
Parking brakes released.
Heathrow traffic, speedbird 901, November taxi, holding point, runway 9 right. Straight ahead via Bravo, Alpha, and November 8.
Nozzle steering disconnected.
Bravo, Lima
Starting the timer. Engine mode to ignition. Starting engine 1. KW Airlines, so what you're hearing is self-loading cargo providing all of those announcements. Looks like a nice fluffy cloud day in the UK. It's cloudless skies where I am in real life.
I'll be taking through the safety procedures on this aircraft. A safety card is in your seat pocket showing the exit routes, oxygen masks, life jackets and brace position that you must adopt if you hear brace, brace. There are 2 emergency exits at the rear, 4 in the middle, and 2 at the front of the cabin. Floor lighting will guide you to an exit. Please be aware that your nearest exit may be behind you. In an emergency, leave all cabin baggage
Please set
on board.
parking brakes.
Your seatbelt is fastened.
Parking brake set.
Heathrow traffic, speedbird 901, November, right.
We recommend that you keep it fastened at all times.
Who's tipped my aircraft?
Fails, masks will drop from above.
What's going on there?
1 landing 09.
Put the mask over your nose and mouth. Hold in place with the strap. Pull on each side to adjust. Put on your own mask before helping others. If you land on water, take the life jacket from under your seat.
Pretty certain that the taxiway is not not that slanted in real life. Okay, engine 1's happy starting, engine 2.
Inside the aircraft. When outside, inflate by pulling the toggle. If it fails to inflate or needs to be up, blow into the tube. There is a light and
Left
whistle
is
for
clear.
attracting
Right is
attention.
clear.
We also carry flotation aids for children. Your tray
Yeah,
table
I'm not
is
drunk,
now
it's not me.
armrested. Window blinds open, seatbelt fastened.
Look at the
We
primary
wish you
flight
a
display.
pleasant flight with
That's
EasyJet.
a bit strange. Be interesting to see if we can level ourselves up once we once we get moving. How very strange. Have a good trip. I will, as long as we can move. Pop Rocks, yes, self-loading cargo does need FSUIPC. That's right. Okay, engine 2's happy, so engine mode selector back to normal. APU off, anti-air's not required. APU off. Spoilers, rudder, flaps, and set our trim. And the after start checklist. Anti-ice is off, ecam status is checked. Pitch trim is 29.5 and the rudder is neutral. Okay. Luton traffic easy, 58 November Delta taxiing now via Alpha Bravo, holding Bravo 1 for runway 07. Let's see what happens when we try to move, shall we? This is concerning. How much thrust should I have to give my aircraft to move? Oh, no, we are on the move. Are we going to drop back down again? Oh, we are. There must just be a lump in the taxiway. Right, okay. Flight control check then. Full left, full right, neutral, full up, full down, neutral, rudder, full right, rudder, full left, and neutral. Quick pet check then. So LMC's accounted for. Changing CFG hasn't changed anything, but we've rerun performance figures. We've got full length runway 07 in the box, so that's what we're working to. Dry runway conditions. Still flexing our departure then today, and the engine out procedure is standard straight out, and then once we've passed 2,100 feet we can look to turn to our holding point at Brookham's Park VOR. The departure itself, Detling 7 Charlie, straight out. First turn will be to the right, noise abatement 2, and no speed restrictions. Our initial climb then, stop altitude is 5,000 feet. KW, the point of the radar frequencies is if in case, for instance, maybe for some reason we lose GPS. Or something breaks. We've got them there. They're just a backup. Contingency is the biggest thing. Contingency and safety. Why are the taxi lights floating in the middle of the taxiway? Oh, I think this airport needs a bit of an update. So this is UK 2000 scenery. This is the only UK 2000 scenery that I've got. And at the moment, I'm not that impressed. See you later, Jayhawk. Good to see you. AVM, thank you for the follow on Twitch. Hope you're well.
Then Bravo 11, runway 09 right, takeoff, all 200 departure, Pushback.
Even the signs are floating in midair. Anyone else got this this scenery? It's very magical. Just wondering if it's something I've done. Hey, football moments. Hope you had a good day at school. Does your mother ask you what you did at school today and what did you learn? My parents always used to ask me that. It used to do my head in.
Luton traffic, this is Deggy 1331, 20 miles out.
20 miles out, that gives us time. Taxi at flight controls, check flap setting 1. FMA is climbing up blue 1FT2 5000 blue. Radar predictive wind shear there. Let's do all that. So we've got the radar predictive wind shear. They are on and set. ECAM memo, then takeoff no blue, and EFB is stowed. Get that disconnected. Okay, approach path looks clear. Luton traffic easy, 58 November Delta is entering runway 25, backtracking at Bravo 1 for departure on runway 07. So we have to go full length because we don't have performance figures in the EFB. Those lights look like they're rather encroaching upon the runway, don't they? Oh man. I honestly did expect better of this scenery, but never mind. Okay, so lineup checklist. Our cabin secured. Takeoff runways full length 07. TCAS, TARA, and PAX 1, 2 are off. There's the big orange Easyjet hangar. Just get ourselves lined up on the centre line, and then we'll go. Italy, here we come. Alright, all happy, so take off. Start that chrono and set 50% M1. Thrust set and set takeoff thrust. Man flex SRS runway.
Luton traffic, Steggy 1331, 10 miles.
Oh my word.
Scope.
That's V1 rotate. I can't get out of here fast enough. There looks like a massive bump just there as well. Maybe we'll not return to Luton. Gear up, nav. Thrust climb, climb. Autopilot 1 engaged. I'll check to see if there is an update available, but I only got it about a week ago, so unless the updates come in the last week or two, then yeah, I wouldn't have expected it to require an update. Pass S speed. Flap 0 spoilers disarmed. So we've got no further air traffic control, so we'll just clear ourselves up flight level 200. So open climb and 200. Oops. Couldn't pull it then, we're bouncing too much. Open climb 200 blue. VA Miguel, hey mate, on Twitch. So I've got a graphic setting video on YouTube if you want to check that out. It shows you what I've got set to where, but it's basically most of it is at high. There's a couple of ultra, but most of it is just high. But there's also some turned right down to medium because I don't see the benefit too much of them, to be honest. And it seems to work well. Right, so spoilers, gear.
Luton traffic, EZ383 holding at the holding point for runway 07. Wait for the company traffic to arrive before departing.
Let's get our lights off. We'll ding the cabin crew. They can begin prepping drinks and things. Anyone off for a nice long weekend in Italy? Good city break place, isn't it, Pisa? So I'm not sure if we can see Stansted somewhere over there.
Ladies and gentlemen, please keep your seatbelt fastened while the seatbelt sign is on. We recommend that you keep your seatbelt fastened whenever you are seated. Toilets are located at each end of the cabin. Remember that smoking is not permitted at any time. This includes e-cigarettes.
Love the fact you can see the shadows from the trees down below. It's not just a bitmap image, which is what we're used to seeing on flight sims in bygone days. You could actually find a tree and fly into it if you wished. Not that I recommend that. Right, so above 10,000 feet, get airports on onto the EFIS. FS Realistic does occasionally just stop me panning around for a few seconds. It did just then. Right, let's sort ourselves out. So we're gonna go flight over
1331 vacated.
37. We can't get up to 39 at the moment. Well, we could, but it's probably not worth it. So let's set. We're going to go flight level 370 to begin with. 370 blue. Onto the cost index. We'll go 0 on there. Radnav page. We can clear that out. We're going to leave the secondary flight plan as it is for the moment, because if anything goes wrong, well then we're not a million miles away from Buckham's Park, are we? So that's fine. And Stansted Airport, that wonderful freeware Stansted Airport, I don't know if we can see it, is over there.
Ladies and gentlemen,
There it is.
sign has now been turned off. You are now free to move around the cabin and the toilets are now available.
South traffic signer, 540 Mike, taking off runway 04 via the number 1 Sierra departure, Stansted.
In case of unexpected turbulence, please contact a member of the cabin crew if you require assistance. Thank you.
Oh my god. My wife has just sent me a picture of our back garden and it's full of kids. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 children in our back garden. Only 2 of them are mine. Oh, I'm glad I'm here with you guys. That sounds like chaos. But the sun's shining, so why not? What a nice day for flying indeed. We might get some views of London. I don't know if we're going to be a bit too far out, to be honest. Sean, quite right. I'm definitely glad I'm in the office. Better to be with you guys. A couple of hours of serenity at 37,000 feet. Aviation fun. Where did you do your base training? BusCube, yeah, it just costs so much money to become a pilot nowadays. Oh, there you go. There's the what I call the EastEnders scene. Those of you in the UK will perhaps know what I'm on about there. Hey Lemon Wolf, good to see you. Right, London City Airport will be down there. Of course, Orbex have just released that version 2 is coming out, isn't it? Hey, Robert Rushbrook says, nice to have you on in the background. You've all been with me for the last 8 months doing his loft conversion. He should have taken 4. He blames YouTube. That's brilliant. Oh, have you got it finished now, Robert? Getting it done before the summer is a great idea, because my word, that's going to be warm, isn't it? If you're trying to work in the attic during the summer months, that looks crazy down there. Hey, MoximiTH. Hope you're well. Must be getting late in Thailand, mate. Thanks for being here. Lemon Wolf, what's the weather like in Pisa? Really nice. A little windy, but basically the kind of weather that you look forward to seeing the arrival in. Looks a little bit bumpy actually, if I'm just looking out the window at the minute, but look at these clear skies over the UK today. Hey Dean, is it required when descending you need to extend the speed brakes at 25%, or is that pilot discretion? It's completely up to you, but to be honest, the idea of speed brakes is to try not to use them. Because otherwise, technically, you're just wasting fuel, aren't you? You're wasting energy, burning fuel that you don't need. And it's all about fuel and money, isn't it? So if you can do it without, that's the plan. This is the clearest I've seen it over the UK for a long, long time. Moxima, you hope the Phoenix will have the AIE soon. They will, but everyone has a different interpretation of the word soon, I guess. Ferraz, if the A320 comes out, will I be doing long haul in it? Oh, definitely. Definitely, as long as I can find the time to do it. That's my biggest problem. If I could do this full time all day every day, believe me I would, but sadly that's not the world I live in. Sean, a couple of boats on the Thames as well. Yeah, there's probably more than that in real life, isn't there? Joseph, do you know anything about the digital flight Airbus A350? Because you haven't heard anything to... No, sadly not. And an A350 would be an amazing plane to see. Just like I don't know too much about the sort of time scale of the A380 either, but hope we see that soon too, because that's going to be awesome as well.
In just a few moments, we'll commence our in-flight service, offering you the chance to purchase a selection of hot beverages, together with drinks and snacks from the bar. We accept payment in pounds, euros, most major currencies, and debit or credit cards. The correct change would be greatly appreciated, and if we can be of any further assistance, then just ask us as we join you in the cabin shortly.
Just wondering, are we going straight over Dover? Because that's quite a nice view. You can already see France. I think Dover might just be there to our left. Yeah, there it is. Might be a bit too far out to see anything of anything ship-wise. Oh, to be honest, is that the port of Dover? If it is, it looks very very understaffed today. Liverpool, yeah, okay, fair enough. Ace Airstream, sorry, a bit late to this one, no notification for some reason. Sorry to hear the dramas last night. Glad the patient is okay. Oh, she's in the garden. She spent most of the day on a swing, so that's the problem. I don't know what it's like. Oh, hang on, I've just seen the white cliffs. I don't think I've ever seen those in the sim yet. The rules here in the UK, if your child is sick, then they can't go to nursery for the next 48 hours, I think it is, 48 hours. So obviously she was ill last night, and yeah, she was ill last night, which then meant, yeah, okay, she was obviously ill. This morning she's meant to be at nursery with her sisters, but she can't go, and her sisters have to, which obviously upsets them because she gets to stay at home. But what really upsets them more is she's staying at home and she's absolutely fine this morning. Kids are resilient, they bounce back so quickly. So she's been bounding around all day, happy as Larry. She's had because both I've been working, my wife's been working as well, and yeah, they so she's had the time of her life. She's been eating not loads of sweets or anything, because obviously trying to look after her stomach and that, but she's been snacking away. She's fine. She's been out in the garden. She's had the swing and slide to herself. Oh, life O'Reilly for her. So Swiss Pilot, yeah, she's definitely better. Definitely better. Tilda, how many hours should it take to reach our destination? It should be at the top of the screen. However, if we have a quick look at the flight plan, 16:17. So that's UTC, of course. So that's about an hour and a half. Yeah, about an hour and a half, something like that. And I imagine that over there is the, was that Calais maybe? hello. France Air Traffic Control's online. You're joking. Aren't they on strike? 128.3. Excellent. Nice to have some ATC. Might even get a direct. Rame Centre, good afternoon. Easy 58 November Delta is passing flight level 350, requesting flight level 370 A320 inbound Ratuk.
Easy 58 November Delta, Reims Control, bonjour, Squawk 1000.
Squawk 1000 for Easy 58 November Delta.
Reims Control, this is an Easy 39 Hotel Bravo, climb to level 3.
I think that says 1000. The sun's in the way. I can't read it.
39 Hotel Bravo,
Oh, there we go.
Control, bonjour, Squawk 5770. Roger, Squawk code is 5770 for Easy 39 Hotel Bravo. Easy 58 November Delta identified, climb flight level 370 and proceed direct Rekla.
Continue climb flight level 370 and direct to Rekla for Easy 58 November Delta.
Control, bonjour, advise 304, passing flight level 227, climbing flight level 360 inbound Rekla. Edelweiss 304 Hotel, Reims Control, bonjour, Squawk 5.
Pop the beam points in, then we can do the fuel check.
Squawk 577.
That is one hell of a direct. Straight across his airspace.
Contour 2 Yankee X-ray, you are leaving my airspace. Monitor unit of one.
Doctor on board, France Air Traffic Control comes online. That's probably not too realistic.
Easy 39 Hotel Bravo,
Charlie request send out flight of 160 for Amber.
Jordan, good afternoon. School run's complete. Now you can relax.
Bravo, climb flight level
Everyone appears to be well,
360,
Jordan. Yes,
direct
thank you.
Iberia.
Hope you're well.
Easy 35. Roger, Easy 39 Hotel Bravo, climb flight level 360, direct Iberia. Easy 39 Hotel Bravo. Easy 35, Charlie, request descent down to Amber.
William, have I heard the engines of the Aerosoft A330? I've not had a chance to listen to that yet, but I've seen it and heard good things. Can't wait to fly that aircraft. I think it's going to be a brilliant aircraft to fly.
Send down to flight level 30.
I just want time to be able to do some nice A330 flights on it, you know? Some good long ones.
Contrôle pour Easy 46 Tango Novembre. Est-ce que je peux monter niveau de vol 350 s'il vous plaît?
Easy 46 Tango Novembre, approuvé, montez niveau 350.
Montez niveau de vol 350 Easy 46 Tango Novembre, merci.
So we are going to be crossing the Alps today. Meaning we'll put in our usual Alp waypoint.
304 Hotel identified, climb flight level 360, direct Fesan. Climb flight level 360 and direct Fesan, advise 304 Hotel.
There we go.
Easy 39 Hotel Bravo, leaving for cockpit of a few minutes. Easy 39 Hotel Bravo, approved, report back.
And we're coming up on our cruise now.
Easy 58 November Delta.
Easy 58 November Delta, go ahead.
Easy 58 November Delta, for your information and for the next time. So you know you are flying on the northbound route, on northbound airways.
No, we didn't.
So next time if you can just use the southbound airways, it will be easier for me.
I wasn't aware of that. Thank you. Acknowledged. If need be, we can digress 10 or 20 degrees before going back direct if needed.
Easy 58 November Delta, today I have no traffic conflictual with you, so no problem for today.
Okay, thanks. I will make that note for next time. Thanks, Easy 58 November Delta. Who picked this route?
France Control.
Good afternoon. Airplane 480 at gate Whiskey 1, request clearance to Vienna and clearance for startup.
Berlin 480, Reims Control, bonjour. I guess you're at Paris Charles de Gaulle. I'm not covering Paris Airport. You can continue on Unicom. Have a nice flight, au revoir.
Continue.
Ah, yes.
2.8.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
Bye-bye.
Look at that. Makes a change for someone else telling me off instead of HD. Yeah, we should have been on Uniform Lima 15. That said, if there's no traffic, we've got away with it today. But one of the other things you notice now more and more is airways are obviously still used primarily, but a lot of flights now are in Europe. I remember reading a while ago that the airways aren't as religious as they used to be anymore in terms of flight planning. A lot more flights are being able to go waypoint to waypoint direct because it saves fuel. Barry, it seems like SimBrief should have caught it. It should, but then again, you know, SimBrief isn't perfect. We know this from when it used to get, it doesn't do it anymore, but it used to always get you landing on 23 left at Manchester, didn't it? Right, top of climb, that's done.
54, Reims Control, bonjour, identified, climb flight level 140.
Hey, Alex, how you doing? Don't work too hard.
Good afternoon. Your task to
Boeing 777-300ER, enjoy. How you doing? So, where are we now? We are... Oh, we're there. If that helps at all. We've just crossed into France. Hopefully that gives you a bigger picture of exactly where we are. Whereas difference between VFR and IFR. So VFR is visual flight rules. So that's basically you're not allowed in. There's a lot of rules that a lot of things you're not allowed to do. You can't fly in cloud, for example. There's certain airspaces you can't fly into, that kind of thing. So VFR flight rules, you're pretty free to fly where you want with regards to respecting certain airspaces and how high you go, etc. Whereas instrument flight rules, then you're following waypoints or airways and things like that. Visual flight rules, you're just following the road beneath you. Robert, that sounds like a great thing to check out. In fact, Robert, are you on our Discord server? If so, post the link to that. I'm sure plenty of people would enjoy that. Who the hell's just changed their name to Flat Rings? Who's that? Well played. Right, let's do a fuel check. Now we're at cruise, so we're looking at Nemo. See what we've got. Oh, Lemon, was it you, mate? Fair play, giving us entertainment at 37,000 feet. You never know, YouTube might kick you off for that.
Advice 304 Hotel, traffic information, Airbus 320 on your 10 o'clock, climbing to flight level 360, going to left, from left to right. Advice 304,
see,
traffic on ticket.
Sean's got it right there. Sean, if you'd have changed your picture as well, you'd have got away with that. There's a new channel member that has just appeared. Right, so what fuel should we have? What fuel did we take extra? Let's go through and work all this stuff out like normal. So 7 tons, we took 7.4, so we've got about 0.6 tons extra. First officer's just gone mad. It's not my problem today. So we're coming abeam Nemo. Let me just find that. So we should have 4.4 tons. Sorry, 5.4 tons when we get there. Let's have a quick look, see what we do have. And we've got 5.5. Excellent. Just what you wanted. We'll also do the top of climb checks here as well on the SD page. We'll get some en route weathers as we go. But to be honest, the weather outside looks beautiful, so it should be fine. And Jordan Benson gifting our first Easyjet Superpilot channel membership of our stream this afternoon. The gift going to Doctor on board. Welcome, Doctor. Always good to have a Doctor on board. Good to see you, Doctor. I know you supported us for a while, so thank you for being here. But Jordan, mate, really do appreciate that. Thank you for your membership gift. As I say, our first membership gift of our flight this afternoon. So thank you, Jordan. Really do appreciate your support. Very generous of you. Okay, so let's just check out these.
Land 654, proceed direct Holborn.
Direct to Holborn, TSA 654, thank you.
Pittsburgh 2645, you are leaving airspace. Monitor Unicom 12.8. Have a nice landing. Au revoir.
Okay, switching to 122.8 then. Thank you, CATC. Bye-bye for now. 2645.
Device 304, climb flight level 360.
Climb flight level 360, advise 304.
Right, SD pages are all fine. It looked a bit cold in the cabin, so I've just turned that back up a little bit. Company message. We were 10 minutes late, never mind. So if we just have a look at our en route airports today, obviously we've got Paris over there to the west. So let's go and request some of those in case anything goes bang. Failures are turned on, so it could happen. Send that off. Check out old Paris. Tony Aran, thank you for subscribing a couple of minutes ago. Appreciate that. Yeah, Cav okay, wind 00 at 12, nothing to worry about. I mean, unless there's a mass amount of wind somewhere, just looking out, we can see that live weather is broken. I mean, I don't actually think it is, but it does make you wonder, doesn't it? It does make you wonder, is it working or is it not? Let's have a look, where else should we have a look at with regards to en routes. So we'll check out Lyon as well. I've got EasyJet base at Lyon. I don't know if it's an EasyJet base, but they have plenty of EasyJet aircraft there. So it's Lima Fox, Lima Lima. Send that one off. WMR228, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. We must be getting close now to nearly 3,000 followers on Twitch, so thank you guys. There you go, winds light and variable, Cav okay. Nothing to report, really isn't. Have a look at Milan. Milan 1905, variable, scattered 5,000. Yeah, that's wide open. I think we can pretty much say that Milan, as well as everywhere else, is pretty much wide open. And I'm imagining in about
Nice evening.
half an hour's time,
Air France 1344, êtes-vous prêt à copier?
we are going to have stunning views of the Alps. So stick with us for that.
French Control, this is Steggy 1331. We're just a little bit outside of your airspace right now. We're passing flight level 275 up to 390, inbound Idosa.
Stage 1331, Reims Control, bonjour, Squawk 1000.
Squawk 1000 for Steggy 1231.
So Baptiste says, can confirm the weather in Paris is all blue. Is it nice and warm as well, Baptiste?
Vous monterez dans l'axe jusqu'à 7000 pieds, QNH 10-18 et transpondeur 57-73.
Merci, sur la piste 05, niveau initial 7000, QNH 10-18 et transpondeur 5773.
Air France 1544, la relève est correcte, rappelez pour la mise en route.
I see another aircraft contrail over there.
Stage 1331 identified, proceed direct to Big R.
Direct Big R for
Lemon says, make an announcement, divert to Paris. I mean, the weather's pretty nice in Pisa. Let's not count that out.
In just a few moments, we'll commence our in-flight service, offering you the chance to purchase a selection of hot beverages, together with drinks and snacks from the bar. We accept payment in pounds, euros, most major currencies.
Hello, this is Lufthansa 7 Alpha Sierra. Do you guys cover Charles de Gaulle?
Lufthansa 7 Alpha Sierra, Reims Control, bonjour, negative, I'm not covering Paris airports.
Roger, Lufthansa 7 Alpha Sierra.
Reims Control pour Easy 46 Tango Novembre. Est-ce que je pourrais m'absenter pour 5-10 minutes?
Easy 46 Tango Novembre, c'est approuvé, rappelez de retour.
Merci, je rappelle de retour. Easy 46 Tango Novembre.
Delta Romeo Uniform, you are leaving my airspace. Monitor Unicom 12.8. Have a nice flight, over.
Over to Unicom, thanks and good day. Delta Romeo Uniform.
Contrôle Air France 1344 pour la mise en route.
Air France 1344, mise en route approuvée, QNH 10-18.
Mise en route approuvée, QNH 10-18, 1344.
Oh guys, sorry about that, just realised I've muted myself. So yeah, I'm just having a quick look at the charts because then we're going to have a look at the NOTAMs. So these two runways, they're too close together. to be both used. So 04 right is the one that they use most of the time, unless for whatever reason they're using 04 left. So it's yeah, 04 right is the one that will that we're planning to land on. It's the one that was in use when planning the flight this afternoon. So the idea will be roll all the way to the end, Delta. If not, then you can get off at Charlie, and then 04 left is actually used as a taxiway, which is not unusual, just like London Gatwick. So the plan will be Delta, Echo, and then one of the remote stands, because EasyJet don't like to pay money for the for the bigger stands. So let's have a quick look. As long as Delta or Echo, Delta, Echo, Romeo, Papa, they're the taxiways we're going to be using. Right, let's have a look then. Let's have a look then at the NOTAMs, see if we've got anything to worry about. Doesn't matter which airport you fly to, there's always a crane. Russian, what direct did they give us? Direct Rekla is where we're off to. Stand 40 is closed.
Point d'attente Alpha, piste 05, rappelez prêt au départ.
Point d'attente Alpha 05, Alpha 54, je rappelle au départ.
Visibility meter is unserviceable from 04 right. That's not going to bother us today. Should be still daylight, I think, when we get in there. Runway threshold identification light. Runway 04 right unserviceable due to technical reasons. That's not going to bother us either. That's standard instrument departure. That's not going to affect us. The arrival then. Don't think we're on any of those arrivals today. What is our arrival? Berwick 1 Romeo arrival.
Point d'attente Charlie 537.
Easy 39 Hotel Bravo on the frequency.
Yep, so none of those. Ah, no NOTAMs. Fine. Told you it'd be a nice, clear, easy flight, this one, didn't I?
Control, Easy 46 Tango Novembre de retour.
Bon retour.
Akoro says I should use the Quest 2. Yeah, not really. Not for streaming. I think that'd look very strange. Plus which, trying to stream, read all your stuff, read the charts, stuff like that in VR, whilst I get the appeal of VR, I think it's probably better for just VFR flying. Airliner flying, perhaps not quite so much.
Ouais, contrôle Air France 54.
France 44, je ne pense pas vous avoir autorisé à pénétrer la piste. Maintenant que c'est fait, remontez la piste 05 et rappelez prêt au départ.
Ah, veuillez m'excuser.
Nolex, when you went to Paris, you did the most cliche thing and did the couple thing where you take a selfie kissing at the top of the... Oh, what were you kissing, Nolex?
Hello, Control, this is Peggy 1321, requesting direct Odina.
Were you kissing the tower itself?
1331, Odina is outside of airspace, so I can't give it to you until Swiss Radar allowed me.
Traveller says, finally reinstalled Microsoft Flight Simulator after dealing with RAM, power, installation issues. 2 successful flights so far. Excellent. I hope you're starting to enjoy it now. Nolex, did you take your flap rings up there? Asks Kevin. Oh, brilliant. Well, that chat just descended very quickly. Swiss Pilot, thanks for being here. We'll see you next time. Just starting to see the outline of the Alps then, in the far distance on the horizon. If anything goes bang now, Geneva's a good shout, so we'll just double check there's nothing daft happening down there.
Je rappelle passant 3000 pieds 154.
Postman 21 Quebec, you are leaving my space.
0501.
For your information, there is a traffic left to right.
Great visibility.
Flight level 370, so if you can maintain flight level 380 until Limgo, I will be happy.
Okay, maintaining 30 until Limgo and copy for the traffic. We'll turn after that. Thank you, Postman 21 Quebec.
So I'm just going to push max speed a little bit. Fuel's good, and if we can just get in there, my lad's got a football match later, so probably should be on the ground before that. Rosalinch, do they have something like Unicom in real life? So they have the guard frequency, but that's an emergency broadcast frequency only. In terms of commercial air-to-air, they did used to have a frequency which you could use, and I forgot what it was. Don't know how often it's actually used, but I think it's more used by smaller aircraft rather than commercial aircraft. The thing is as well, when you're flying commercial aircraft, you know, sort of with passengers, etc., then you're flying IFR conditions. You need to be listening to air traffic control in case they call you, you know, something important. So you don't want to have your attention diverted on other things. I mean, to be fair, the guard frequency isn't entirely realistic here on VATSIM because we're over France and I've not heard a single animal sound. There's usually some good cow impressions on the guard frequency about where we are right now. Jordan 12275, is that the air-to-air frequency? For smaller aircraft, right. Russell Lynch, what about over the North Atlantic for transatlantic flights? Yeah, so companies will also have frequencies they can speak to. In fact, because there was a very famous disaster, wasn't there? And do you know, I don't know if I'm trying to remember little bits of this now. I forget which airline it was. They had left American airspace up near Alaska. They were meant to be flying down sort of towards Japan and things like that. They ended up in the wrong place. And I think they may have even got shot down. A proper commercial aircraft, you know, big commercial aircraft. and they were speaking to a fellow aircraft of the same airline who was a few miles behind them. And something about the communications weren't right, because one of them was experiencing a tailwind, one of them was experiencing a headwind, but they were, or they should have been, on exactly the same track, around about the same altitude. So something didn't add up. One of the aircraft wasn't where it was actually supposed to be, or where they thought it was, where they thought they were meant to be. And yeah, sadly, I think I'm right in saying this, one of them got shot down. I forget which aircraft and which airline that was. So yeah, they can communicate with each other.
Stage 1331, confirm you are climbing to flight level 390.
See if we can get to flight level 390 as well, save a bit more fuel.
Yeah, confirm that's where we're going. It's getting up there really slow right now.
Yeah, we can.
Okay, stage 1331, if it's easier for you, you can descend flight level 370, and once you will be lighter, you can climb again.
Roger, descending 370, proceeding 160.
And center Easy 58 November Delta, request flight level 390.
Easy 58 November Delta, climb flight level 390.
Climb now flight level 390, Easy 58 November Delta, thank you.
Air France 1344, procédez direct à Modo, poursuivez votre navigation.
First climb, climb 390, boo.
Direct à Modo, Air France 1344, je poursuis la navigation.
How about, was it Korean Air 007? Apt name. It could have been. I mean, it was certainly that part of the world that I'm thinking of. So yes, could well have been. Dennis, have you seen the video of the A380 that literally stayed in place on files because of the headwind caused by a huge storm last year? Stayed in place for about 3 minutes. No, I haven't, Dennis. That sounds like a UFO moment, that, doesn't it? Tobias Goldberg says, yeah, shot down by the Soviet Union after entering their airspace by accident. That's the one, Tobias, that I'm thinking of, yeah. And Klaus just confirmed that it was Korean Air 007 shot down over Sakhalin. Yeah, oh yeah, Lemon Wolf, it was a big commercial plane. It was a 747. Shot down by mistake. Something had gone wrong with their navigation and they weren't where they were supposed to be. They certainly weren't where they thought they were, so very sad story. Pine65, thank you for the sub. Hope you're well. Right, here we go. Alps are in sight. Yeah, Swiss pilot. Just calling that. Nice view of the Alps, indeed. So we said in about sort of 10 minutes' time, that's where we're just going to have to start taking note of, you know, if something happens. Look at the window view. This will look really nice as we head over those Alps. The only problem with the window view is I don't know if anything's gone bang in the flight deck or if something's binging away.
Easy 46 Tango Novembre, vous quittez mon espace aérien, vous pouvez passer sur Unicom 122 décimales 800, bon vol monsieur, au revoir.
1, 2, 2 et bonhomme de neige, ici 46 Tango Novembre, merci, bonne soirée, bye bye.
In just a few moments, we'll commence our in-flight service, offering you the chance to purchase from our selection of fresh food available today. Full details can be found in your in-flight brochure. We accept payment in pounds, euros, most major currencies, and debit or credit cards. The correct change would be greatly appreciated, and if we can be of any further assistance, then just ask us as we join you in the cabin shortly.
So, Kevin, do I have the Alps midpoint saved? I don't have it saved, no. You could save it. There is an option to store waypoints. The problem is that they're not saved. So, you know, in the real aircraft, you can go to data, pilot waypoints, and you know you can create one. So create a new waypoint there, give it a name, and from there, then you could use that as the go to your fixes page. And pop it in. But DGAD is actually a waypoint that's already an actual waypoint. In fact, we're not flying over it. It's just there, look. But there's a couple of ones. There's DGAD, and I forget the name of the other one that pilots use, because it's like a custom waypoint that they create. But this is just as good. You know, DGAD is certainly usable.
Griffin 2865, expect flight level 350.
So I just happen to know it.
For 2040 cent. Griffin 2865. Griffin 2865.
What airline's Griffin? I'm not familiar with that call sign. That does look stunning. It's going to be a great view in a few minutes as we head over it. Kevin, the ALPDD. Yes, that's the other one.
Swiss 4 Lima Zulu identified. Climb flight level 320. Proceed direct to Reykjavik.
Swiss pilot, have I got any next flights planned? No, I never plan more than about an hour ahead.
Swiss 4 Lima Zulu.
Easy 58 November Delta, you are leaving Marispace. Monitor Unicom on 2.8. Have a nice flight, au revoir.
Over to Unicom, thank you for the service this afternoon, Easy 58 November Delta. Bye bye. Right, 122.8. There we go. On our own for a little bit now. Just having a quick look to see. Can't see any more air traffic control ahead of us. So we might just be on our own. Unless they come online a little bit later on. It could happen, I guess. So, it's the middle of the afternoon on Wednesday. It's a gorgeous day here in the UK. Well, looking out the window here, it's a gorgeous day over Europe today. It looks really clear, see for miles. So yeah, always interested to know what you guys are up to right now whilst you've got the stream on in the background, or with a cup of tea, cup of coffee, etc. Hope you're all doing well. Akora says his brother's got X-Plane 11 for the last 6 years, still studying hard to achieve and understand on how to operate the aircraft, navigate and understand the radio communication. It's always a big learning curve, Akora, definitely. But there's lots of great tutorial videos on YouTube, that kind of thing. Dennis, have you ever considered doing an around the world campaign, maybe where one of your followers can dominate the airports along the way? The problem is, Dennis, so we used to do our VFR flights, didn't we? We did season 1, which we traced I-95 down the east coast of the USA. That was brilliant. We used to do that every Sunday night. And then we started season 2 in Australia. But unfortunately, my schedule at the weekends now, which is when we did it, because that's when most people could join, it's too unpredictable that to try and get it in is just too difficult at the moment. When we were sort of still in sort of COVID times and that, it was easy, yeah, nothing else was happening. But now it's just really difficult to plan and get that sorted. Barry Griffin, BA Euroflyer. Oh, is it? Right, okay, wasn't aware of that. Elliot, how you doing, mate? Are you in an ad break, or are you playing a really long song? Shouldn't you be on air by now, Elliot? The view's only going to get better. The Alps are coming. So what is it now? It's May. Oh, it's Star Wars Day tomorrow, isn't it? May the 4th be with you. Just wondering if there is actually this much snow in the Alps in real life at the moment. Is that Lake Geneva Swiss pilot? No, I don't think. Oh, it could be actually. Let me just have a quick look. Could be Lake Geneva. Yes, because Geneva Airport's just there. So yeah, I think you might be right. I think that could be Lake Geneva. It's a lot bigger than I remember it. It's because when you're coming into Geneva, you won't actually see this bit down here. You don't see all of this. We could just go for a VFR tour around the coast of Lake Geneva. It's big enough, isn't it? That'd be nice. Liquid Stereo, National Star Wars Day. Need to make it an official holiday. We've already got enough holidays in May. Liquid Stereo. We certainly do here in the UK. Don't need any more. Oh, if you do something on a weekly, if you do something weekly that happens to take place on a Monday, May is just an absolute Mickey take. Especially with the coronation as well. Barry, speak to you later, mate. No, X-2411, didn't Captain Scam make a TIE Fighter? Someone certainly made a TIE Fighter, because I did see that, yeah. Swiss pilot says there's really no turbulence today. Well, don't speak too soon. We're about to go over the Alps, which is always has the potential to be bumpy. Elliot, you think you've also seen a study level piece of cake? A study level piece of cake? What the hell's one of those? Oh, now I want cake. What differs the study level piece of cake from just an easy to fly piece of cake? Okoro, there's loads of people here that will happily help you guys get into flight simming and flying and that kind of thing. You know, if you've got any questions about it, this is definitely one of the best places to ask. 737 lovers, anyone know how to reactivate a suspended VATSIM account? I have got no idea, I'm afraid. Yeah, so this is the kind of area now where we just need to be aware that if we had a depressurization or something like that, what we're going to do, where we're going to go. Well, the obvious choice right now is turn around and we get into Geneva. If, however, we pass this line, we carry on and we get into Milan. We should have a great view of Milan, actually, as well, coming up. Now, here comes a little bit of Alp turbulence. Is that Innsbruck down there? Was that? No, I think isn't Innsbruck a bit further west? Yes, yeah, that's not Innsbruck. That was the one of the other things we did. I don't know if the members saw the member stream the other day. Someone asked me to do the circle to land on runway 08 in Innsbruck, which we did. That's good fun. Dev20 says the Alps are looking great. They are indeed. I'm just wondering, are they actually snow covered like this at the moment in real life? My guess would be not quite so much. Hey, Jennifer Wise on Twitch. Hope you're well. Sean, it must be great if you're a GA aircraft and flying through those valleys. Yeah, great unless you lose your only engine. There's not much flat land there to get down in, is there really? And some of those peaks, they go quite high. Tell you what was good fun. Again, it was a members only stream. We do you remember when the helicopter, the Airbus helicopter was it the 135 or the 145, came out a year or two ago now, and we flew it over the Alps down to Nice, I think. That was really something. That was amazing. Rosalind, you never get turbulence or anything over the Alps, nor do you even notice it in the sim. Is there some setting you're missing? You now perhaps need to go to the settings and turn on, set the turbulence setting to realistic. Liana, yeah, exactly. So most GA aircraft probably can't do the kind of flying that you'd want to through those valleys, just because it is quite high up. When you think the holding point at Rattenberg for Innsbruck is at 12,000 feet, well, you need a pressurised aircraft for that. Boeing 777 Enjoy says the limit border between the snow and the mountains and the green ones make the sim a bit unrealistic. Well, you see, I actually think quite the opposite. But again, they usually do, I must say actually, yeah, they normally do it a bit better. It's normally sort of degraded down, sort of bit like they've done here actually. It's not just like a straight line. That does look a bit straight line just there, doesn't it? But when you compare it to past incarnations of Microsoft Flight Simulator, it literally was, boom, a straight line. It doesn't look quite so bad compared to that now. There you can see it's just faded out a little bit better, so yeah, I don't mind it so much. But things are popping in and out. Again, that didn't used to happen. I think that's another issue as well are aware of. Lemon Wolf, are there any ATR flights still? I have no idea. You'd have to look on Flight Radar 24. Yoda Mary, most people don't know this, but Easyjet on some flights have life jackets. Not just life jackets, but also parachutes under their seat. Yeah, I'd probably want to state your source for that. I'm not entirely believing that line. I mean, can you imagine putting parachutes on a commercial airliner? They'd be opened in the cabin and all sorts. It'd just be an absolute nightmare. And you know when you put your little kid on the floor and he goes under there and goes, oh, what's this? Boom.
I hope you enjoy your drink.
Enjoy the gin, William. Right, can we see Milan? Should see that down here somewhere. Hey, Christian. Yeah, Mark, the weight is the obvious no-no. No low-cost carrier is going to throw all that extra weight on there. Don't know the average weight of a parachute, but I bet you're then cutting the amount of people you can fly down by a few. Lemon says Austrian flies there, but in the Dash... the Dash 8. They're not too dissimilar, are they, Lemon? So it's potentially doable. Adriana says passengers wouldn't be trained to use them. Exactly right. I mean, although if the plane's going down and you're at 20,000 feet and your only chance is to jump with a parachute, would you do it, even if you don't know how to use it? There's just a big cord that says pull here. Don't know. You're going down anyway, you might as well take a chance. Pawanzi, no idea when the A380 is coming out, I'm afraid. There's Milan, Malpensa down there. Yeah, Leanna, 20,000 feet where the air's not breathable. That's exactly it. How many people know that or don't know that? Well, Lemon Wolf says he struggles to pull out the parachute in GTA. It doesn't have a chance in real life. Well, you've had more training than me, Lemon. I've never done a parachute jump or anything like that. Jordan, hope you're not in the front end of the plane when jumping, because you could just be engine soup. Well, it all depends if the engine's still turning, I guess, Jordan. This is a very morbid subject. I'm going to look at the approach brief. I don't know Pisa too well, so let's have a look. Before we do that, shall we do a landing calculation? 777 Milan Airport isn't small. We're just 39,000 feet. We're just very high up. So you've got Milan Malpensa there, and you've also got I'm not sure if we'll see the other one. There's three, isn't there? There's is it Bergamo and what's the other one called? Linate. Don't know if that's over here. Not sure if we can see it or not. No. Yeah. Anyone flying down there today? Can't see anybody there. Right, what's our landing weight going to be? Let's check that out before we go any further. Oh, actually, we're a lot closer than I thought. Oh, best rattle through this. Alright, so... let's have a look. Shall we fly a full procedure, or shall we have a look at vectoring ourselves in? I think we can probably just vector ourselves in. So from Olkis we can sort of, or even RP401, we can just break off, vector ourselves in. Yeah, we'll bring ourselves in around here and do that. So let's just set up the box for that. If we go to fix info, we've passed that now, so LIRP 07 right, sorry, 04 right, 04 right. Pop that in, that'll help us then. Okay, RadNav page, let's see what we've got. The Pisa VOR. So the star we're actually going to be coming in as the Barak 1 Romeo, I think it is. Yeah. And we can get rid of that. Transition altitude is 6,000 feet. Platform altitude is 2,000 feet. We'll get the latest weather, but I'm pretty certain it's Cat 1 conditions, so that's 230. ILS is Papa Sierra Sierra. Track is 034. Airfield elevation 3. Missed approach, runway heading 400 feet, left turn 278, 190 knots, and we're climbing 2,500. That's fine. Okay, so let's just set the arrival up then. That's fine. RadNav page, that's fine. Progress page. LIRP 04 right. 140 miles to go. Performance then. Let's get the current weather. We've got no ATIS, so I'll just grab this off the tablet. So current METAR in Pisa. Let's hope we've got something nice. Oh, beautiful. Okay, so winds are variable at 3. Few clouds, 3,000 feet. Scattered 5,000. And QNH is 1018 with no significant changes. So let's get all that in. 1018. Temperature is 20. Wind is 070. No, it isn't. Why do I think it's 07? It's not. 04. 0 variable 3 knots. We'll do flaps 3. Transition altitude 6,000 feet. Minimums are 2, 3, 0. S-speed's 183, just noting that for the go-around in case we need it, so we'll do that flaps 1, that's fine. Looking to land then 55, 6, 7, 8, 58, 59.5 tons is our landing weight. So let's just do our landing calculation. Hello HD, how are you, sir? God, we've missed you. You need to retire. Weather's dry. Hello, light and variable. What did I just work out our landing weight at? I can't remember now. 5, 6, 7, 8. About 59.5 ton. 59.5. Flaps 3. Yeah, okay, all good. We can get in, roll to the end. That's auto brake low. And secondary flight plan, copy the active. Right, quickest brief in the world as we're going down in a few miles. So, just let's check this. Seatbelt signs are still on. Let's get them off for a little bit in case anyone needs the toilet. It was a bit choppy over the Alps, wasn't it? So, weather then, we just looked at that. Winds light and variable. Fuel clouds 3,000. Scattered 5,000. QNH is 1018. So, those potential winds that we spoke about, they've not come to fruition. So that's all fine. Aircraft, we haven't broken anything. No times, we read through those earlier, that's fine. Threats to be aware of, just a bit of terrain as we're coming in. As we can see, we've got a bit of terrain there to the north of the airport. MSA as we're coming in then is going to be at 9,000 feet. The Pisa monument should be avoided, yeah. Maybe that's why it's leaning. People kept flying into it. And then once we get over the sea, of course, drops down to 27. But the plan then, so let's just go through. Once we get to 401, we're going to break off. We'll go downwind and we'll make left traffic come in rather than doing a full procedure and things. So that's what the real flight did. Came over down there. So pretty straightforward what we're planning to do. We've got no air traffic control, so we'll just do it all on Unicom, of course. So just check in flight plan page. LS04 right is in the box. Just confirming 04 right. We've got normal 3 degrees, nothing daft there. And just also want to check that runway itself. How wide is it? 45 meters. That's fine. PAP is also at 3 degrees. That's fine as well. So that's all normal for the ILS approach. And the way we'll configure that then, as we're on the downwind, we'll slow down green dot. Flaps 1 at the base and flaps 2 as we intercept the glide slope as per usual. That's how we'll configure. Then Radna page, we've got the Pisa VOR in there. Progress page is all set. Performance, so QNH 1018, we're doing a flaps 3 landing, minimum is 230, VAP is 138. Clean 223, and just for the go around if we need to, we'll be doing that in flaps 1. The go around procedure is, where's it gone? Runway heading 400 feet, then a left turn 278, max 190, so yeah, we'll fly S speed, and then we're basically getting up to Banbu, where we'll enter the hold and have another go. Looking to land 59.5 tons, secondary flight plan, same as the active. I think that is about it. Alright, top of descent. Let's go down. Thrust idle, open descent, 150 blue. Tismayan, the time zone is in UTC or Zulu time, so we should be there in not very long at all, actually. So, good fun. I'm just keeping that speed up. We've kept the speed up because I was a bit short on time. My lad's got a, is it a football match or so? I don't know, it could be football, it could be swimming, anything. In about 40 minutes, so yeah, need to get in, so just keep that. Just monitor the speed though, obviously as we're going down, max speed actually increases. We don't want to get near MMO, so just be aware of that. Beautiful. Admiral Lidar, thank you for the follow on Twitch. Hope you're well. Swiss pilot, what is the speed most airplanes are flying at? All depends on the aircraft. Boeing aircraft tend to fly a little bit faster than Airbus, but then the larger aircraft flies faster than the slower aircraft, so it's all relative, I guess. Christian, jet aircraft fly faster than props. Really? Who knew? Well, I would say today has been possibly one of the clearest days we've ever had, hasn't it? It really has. Christian's off to sort out his garden. I don't blame you with the weather like today. We did that at the weekend with the kids. Kids are so happy digging in the dirt, so I thought, well, let's make use of them. Dig a hole, one of you throw some water in, the other one throw a plant in, job done. So I'm just going to put that into IAS and hold that. Going to meet that profile in about 20 miles, so we're okay. HD, you need a new mower because yours blew up the other day. Mine did about 6-7 weeks ago when I went to cut the grass for the first time this year. Literally put it in, it went. That's a strange noise. So, indeed. Just get Dark Fury to come and sort it out. He could land on your grass, no problem. Christian, it's not slave labour, mate. No, they live here rent-free. HD, your lawnmower started smoking. Tell it to vape instead, or give it a couple of nicotine patches. It'll be fine. Dean, does higher cost index affect the speed of the aircraft? We've spoken quite a bit about this, Dean. In essence, yes, it does, but it affects a lot of other factors as well thrown into it. Like how shallow your ascent is, how shallow and far away your top of descent is, that kind of thing. So Airbus are very, very keen to state, and they state this outright, cost index is not just speed dependent. It's not just a factor to say what speed you're going to be flying at. Has been a gorgeous flight today. Just clear skies, clear views. Really neat, really nice. I mean, look at that. It's nice actually that we've actually got some clouds in the sim. It's just confirmation live weather is actually working. Yeah, we're in the descent now. Ian, do I use the mouse to look around for getting around the flight deck? No, only for panning left and right. For getting around the flight deck, these are custom views that I've got set up that allows you to do that. Which you can download on our Discord server and install them yourself. It literally takes you about 30 seconds. Okay, continuing descent, flight level 80 blue.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. If you could please return to your seat and ensure that your seatbelt is securely fastened. If you are travelling with an infant, please ensure that they are secured safely using the infant seatbelt provided. The toilet will now go out of use until the fasten seatbelt sign is turned off. Please contact a member of the cabin crew if you
There
require assistance. Thank you.
is our airport. Okay, let's pop her into heading mode and we'll head downwind. Pisa traffic easy, 58 November Delta, currently 7 miles north of the field, and we're going to be turning right onto the base leg, left traffic for landing ILS 04 right. Just knock a couple of degrees over to the right because we've got a little wind just pushing us as well and drifting us left. So there we go. Looking forward to the landing, and quite high speed at the minute, which is okay. We'll just start to roll that back to 50 knots. Activate the LS and approach phase. Try and get down a little bit quicker if we can, so let's just throw speed brakes out for a second.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, you may have noticed that we have just begun our final descent into our destination. If you could now assist the cabin crew by tidying up your tray table and handing them any litter as they come around, that would be most appreciated. For safety reasons, we ask now that you please turn off all electronic devices or switch them to airplane mode until after we have landed. Please note that the aircraft toilets are now out of use. If you wish to become a Easyjet Sim Pilot channel member, please contact a member of your cabin crew who will be happy to assist you. Thank you, and we hope you have enjoyed your flight.
Can anybody see the tower? I've just jumped back into the chat. Why are we talking about ducks? That's a random thing to chat about. Okay, so just keeping that descent coming, and we've got 3000 blue, open descent, thrust idle, open descent, 3000 blue, QNH 1018. Approach checklist, BARF, QNH 1018, seatbelt signs are on, minimums 230, auto brake low, and the EFB is stowed. Right, start slowing it down. Might see some ships as we come in as well, that'd be nice. There we go, so glide slope's coming up to meters, Papa Sierra area is identified. Let's make the left base and we'll configure as well. So flaps 1, speed's checked, flaps 1. $17 miles out, we don't need to be trundling away quite at S speed yet, so 210 will be fine.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will shortly be landing. Please ensure your
Hull glass of blue, lock blue, category dual, autopilot 1 and
your
2.
tray table must be stowed, armrests down, and window blind open. You now need to be seated with your seatbelt fastened, ready for landing. Please help us by handing in any rubbish, newspapers, or magazines that you do not want to take with you. The toilets are no longer in service.
Speed out star, should have used VS mode, shouldn't we? Ooh, what was that? Whatever it was, it's just righted itself. What a gorgeous view. That was interesting. We'd already armed that. Anyway. Lock star, 16 miles. Pisa traffic, Easy 58 November Delta, establishing runway 04 right, 16 mile final. How strange. Not seen that fault come up before, and it knocked off the approach mode as well, which was very strange.
Cabin crew, please take your seats for landing.
I think this autopilot's drunk. It's capturing the localizer awfully.
Traffic Easy 383 is currently 7,000 and 10 miles from the overhead on the 01 Sierra arrival for runway 04.
I'm going to assume he means 04 right. Hey Captain Q. Hey Yardy, good to see you on board, mate. Just as we're coming in.
04 right indeed.
I mean, nothing to stop you using 04 left. There's nothing in the note apps to say it's closed. Hey Admiral Nidart, thanks for coming on board, mate. We'll see you soon. Right, that's glide slope start. Let's start slowing down. Our aircraft's not going to go down and slow down, is it? So, missed approach altitude is 2,500 feet. Flaps 2. We're right on the border for that, actually. Go on, we can get away with that. Flaps 2, speeds checked. Too busy natting and not concentrating.
2,500.
Radar altimeter alive. I've got the replay queued up as well, so we can check that out afterwards, because there are some stunning views to be had, as you can see. Simtails, while I'm reviewing the Boston scenery again, yes, I did just before we started this flight. Check the video out. It should be there for you. What was our VAP speed? Because that looks like a 138. We're very fast. Gear down. Spoilers. Lights. It's slowing down now. And flaps 3. Landing checklist. Cabin secured. Go around altitudes 2,500 feet. Eco memo. Landing no blue. Try again. Eco memo. Landing no blue. Where's all this wind coming from? Autopilot R5 control. Did say winds were variable, but it also said they were blowing light. It feels like I'm bouncing around all over the place.
500.
Stable. Just remember, go around is 400 feet, left turn, flaps 1. That is, don't clean up the aircraft. Not flaps 1, we'd be going flaps 2 for go around flaps. 2 whites, 2 reds.
Minimum.
Continue. That's become a nice little crosswind, hasn't it? Right, keep that blooming rudder in.
50, 40, 30, 20, retard. 5.
Spoilers deployed. Reverse screen. And decel. Idle and manual brakes. Roll to the end and a left turn.
Ladies and gentlemen, the cabin crew will shortly be leaving their seats to perform safety-related duties. However, we ask that you remain seated until the fasten seatbelt sign has been switched off. Portable electronic devices for messaging, calls, or internet access may now be used. Please make sure that you take all your personal belongings with you, checking in the seat pocket, underneath the seat, and in the overhead lockers. Do take care when opening the lockers in case anything falls out. Smoking is not permitted until you reach a designated smoking area. On behalf of the captain and the crew, it has been our pleasure looking after you today. Our ground crew will help you complete your Easyjet journey.
Pisa traffic, Easy established on the order, runway 04 right 10 miles.
Check out our official Facebook page.
Pisa traffic, runway 04 right vacated. A more realistic landing there was 190 by self-loading cargo. If anyone wants that, I don't think 0 was correct. In fact, we know 0 wasn't correct. Right, we'll check out the replay of that in a moment. A84, when you have selected your gate for where you're going to depart from, if you then change anything, if you check live weather, if you change your aircraft, it then defaults you back to a runway, which is a little bug which is really annoying and has caught me out several times. So we'll not bother with the single engine taxiing as I want to check the replay, so I'm going to keep both those engines running. Parking stands over there somewhere.
Pisa traffic, EZ383 is making official switch to runway 4 left due to a large crater in the runway from the previous arriving aircraft.
Wow. You're fired. Right, let's go. Stand 55 is where we're going to. Who is that anyway? Who's flying with me today? I can't remember who it is. I'm about to ban them from the channel. Barry, it's great scenery this, isn't it? Yeah, I've forgotten who's done this one. Pisa. I actually thought it was a bloomin' marvellous landing. Is it elk? Elk chocolate? Yeah, chocolate wouldn't melt. How dare he? Stand 55. Awesome. Right, parking brake on. We'll leave everything there. In fact, where is he? Has he landed? I hope he cuts the grass. Oh, he's just touched down, look. Yeah, at least I were on the centre line. Okay, I'm going to come on VATSIM and then we'll check out the replay. Where are we? Let's come disconnect off VATSIM. Thank you, Chocolate, for flying alongside.
One on base.
Get rid of that, and we'll just rewind. Oh, don't need that. Yeah, what a gorgeous view that you get here. I tell you what, has anybody ever done the arrival? Has anyone ever done the arrival into the other runway? It's an on-air arrival, and I think airlines have actually got to be licensed to do it. But it is really neat. It brings you weaving in throughout that terrain that you saw ahead of us. So yeah, that's good fun. Nolex, yeah, it was Elk Chocolate. I thought he'd been quiet in the chat today. I know why now. He was concentrating. Probably copying me so he knew what to do. Barry, I think we did do it on stream once. It was a long time ago, you're right. I mean, technically, with the winds being light and variable, we could have done it today, but it was alright. I mean, it's not the preferred runway due to that terrain, and as I say, I think only certain operators can do it. Definitely want to do some more ATR ops. Quite like that aircraft. HC is just a normal RMP. Ah. Oh, we could have done it then. That's a good idea, no. Let's see if the overlay actually gives a landing this time, because it didn't, did it? Barry saying loving the shadow of the aircraft. Yeah, it's little things like that that just make it, don't they? It gave the same touchdown rate, 0 FPM. I think it might be broken. Top Gun, yeah, I do use rudder pedals indeed, yeah, the Thrustmaster TPR ones. Right, guys, I'm gonna have to shoot. Thank you so much for your company this afternoon. Hope you've enjoyed our basically boring flight. Exactly what you want, I guess. So, nothing out of the ordinary took place, and we had amazing views all the way down. I think the only thing to note was the scenery at Luton was a bit. I think we need to employ someone to go and fill in the potholes, but other than that, yeah, really enjoyed that. Thank you so much, everyone. A huge thank you as well if you've already hit that like button for me. If you haven't, please, on your way out, please do go and hit that. It makes a big difference to the channel. It really, really does. So a big shout out and thank you to everyone who has gone and done that for me. Thank you again to those of you who have supported the channel, as always, our Easyjet SimPilot channel members, for your continued support. And of course, great to see HD making an appearance back. I know you've been busy, mate, so thank you for coming on. Everybody, enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much, and I shall look forward to seeing you all again on the next one, whenever that will be. Speak to you guys all on Discord. Thanks so much, everyone. See you all soon. Bye bye.
1,000. Retard. 5.